crochet friends, I'm Susan Lohman, the Crochet Architect. Do you ever find a yarn or a crochet thread that you love the colors of, but it's a little thinner than you like to work with? Let me show you how to thicken it up so you'll enjoy the crocheting that much better. So let's get started. Okay, I have some size 10 crochet thread here that I bought from Knit Picks, and it's called Curio, and it's 100% cotton with 721 yards, and the price was great, and I loved these 4 colors together. They spoke to me of fall, but I noticed that the thread is not very tightly twisted, and I decided I wanted to make something with it thicker, but I only had 1 ball of each color. So I did this ball table runner in this technique that I'd like to teach you to make your thread thicker. I have 3 strands in each of these solid spaces, and I have 1 strand of each color in some of these other stitches. So I was able to play around with the color a bunch. Some places I only have solids, but in order to make that thicker with only 1 ball of thread, I was not going to unwind a certain number of yards and make 3 separate balls. So this works so much better. Let me teach you how. This is called Navajo Plying if you are doing some spinning. So here's the end of thread, and as you can see, it's pretty thin, but I want to thicken it up, and I'll show you how. I would normally pull quite a bit longer than this. This is 12 to 18 inches, but in order to show you how to do this, I'm going to do it shorter so it's on the screen. So I have my beginning tail here, and I have 3 different strands. It's actually just going back and forth, and I will take the end with my tail and go ahead and do a slip knot. And I'm going to put my ball in my yarn holder because it'll roll all the way off the table. So now I have a much thicker thread here, or yarn. You can do it with yarn too. And I can put my slip knot on the hook and start doing some chains with my 3 strands held together. But it's not 3 separate strands, it's all coming from 1 ball. And when I get close to the end here, I'm going to need to make 3 more strands. So I have a loop here, and I have another piece here, and I take that single one and pull it through the loop. And I need to make it longer. And that's how we make it longer, to work with 3 more strands. Now you'll notice that there's a little joint here where they come together, but it doesn't make any difference. I've noticed that it just goes right through the crochet. It might make a little bump, but in the whole scheme of things, you won't notice it. So this is how you turn a single ply into a 3 ply. I also have another yarn here that is a bamboo and merino blend, which is a gorgeous purple color. I don't think you can see that color as well on camera, but this is a very fine yarn. I think it's actually finer than the crochet thread number 10. And I decided it would be much more fun to work with triple stranded. So I did the same thing for this, just practicing with it and checking it out and seeing how it worked up. And I like it much better. It's more relaxing being a little bit thicker. I also wanted to show you some crochet hooks because in this fall table runner, I used a 3mm hook. But in my favorite set of crochet hooks, which is the Tulip Atimo, they only go down to a 3.25. You go from 3.25 to 6. And I have another set of tulips, which this is part of. And if you need some smaller size hooks, these go down to a 2 millimeter. They are in the Japanese sizing, so they're not going to say D, E, F and all that, but they do give you the millimeter sizes. So I hope you will give Navajo Plying a try and let me know how it works for you. So there you have it. That's how to do Navajo Plying. Isn't it easy? Now you can turn any thin yarn or crochet thread into thicker yarn or crochet thread. If you have any questions about Navajo Plying, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my crochet videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching and happy crocheting to all of you. I hope you've enjoyed learning the... You're watching me.